Good evening, it's Lindsay. It is February 10th, 2025, 7 p.m. or something like. And I'm just doing a video. I want to this is just, a video to talk about more of this is not anything that I'm just want to and I'm going to do this in the dark because I want to focus on what I'm talking about as opposed to people paying attention to what I look like, because that's how that works. Whenever I make videos, it's like as a targeted person, all they do is criticize your appearance. And when a person has gone through a lot of stress and you've survived a lot of narcissistic abuse and harassment and stalking, usually it can affect whatever. So that's all they focus on is, and I want to talk more about this, how the public shaming game that these predators play on their victims whenever you have rejected them and angered them, that they will go to extreme lengths to get people, flying monkeys, to stalk you, to harass you, to sabotage your finances or a business that you may have tried to create, anything and everything about you. It's basically a big character assassination program. And since I have exposed these people by name and made videos about it, that's why they're doing this to me. That certain individual, that narcissistic predator, sex predator, who has the demonic spirit of lust, is what it is. That's what's going on. That person was so toxic and abusive with me sexually, or as far as manipulative, and they do this crap to try to come into your life and do all that. As I've talked about, what these people do is they come into your life unexpectedly or barge into your life, and then they fake their way into your life, into your house, violate your boundaries, and then try to, just find out every little thing about you, about your, anything and everything. But mostly when they'll start targeting your health or your, maybe habits that you have, so that they can later on use that against you as ammunition whenever the discard or whenever you've ended that relationship. And in my case, I'm the one who ended that relationship, basically. I mean, it was going to happen anyway. But I'm the one who basically, I'm the one who has told that person many times, just leave me alone, go away. Except I kept letting this man back into my house and in my life, knowing good and well that it was just going to get worse. That because once you've caused them an injury, a narcissistic injury, and you've exposed them, then that's when they start to, they can harass, they start stalking and doing stuff like that, or it can elevate to that, and it can elevate to you having to call the authorities on these people. But whenever these people are involved with the authorities or the government, then you're really in a catch-22, because these people lie about who they are. And so whenever you suspect that, this person was sent by some kind of demonic narcissist agent of the government to harass me, but then it's like whenever you try to explain this to people, or who are you supposed to turn to for legit help when these people are involved with all that shady government security service harassment shit, espionage. And that's what I was dealing with a covert, malignant narcissist lying about everything, about who he was, who he worked for. Everything was a lie, everything. And so now, of course, they act like since when they lose their main fuel source, i.e. you, they can't, they have to, now it's like they have to go, everything's over for them. They have to, I've basically, when you expose them and you know that they were lying and full of shit the whole time, well, what are they going to do now? They've got to completely change their mask and move on to someone else to try to manipulate and harass and gaslight and abuse psychologically or financially and do all that crap. And so I knew all the signs that this man was just using me financially to try to ruin me, or to try to, find out more about me by because like I said, anything that had to do with money, anything that had to do with my inheritance, anything that had to do with any kind of social security or anything of which I'm trying to get help for or my trying to make money, this man would try to fucking ruin and then treat me like I was some kind of a stupid, low-class person who needed to be ashamed of living my life and doing anything for myself. That's what they do, is they're so envious and they're such controlling, power-hungry, asshole, womanizing, misogynistic dickheads that they want to ruin you and make sure that you cannot. They try to make it seem like that you are codependent on them because they have that kind of mentality of this kind of predator type. They just exploit. They exploit women. They exploit people, but they love to target like women who are single or maybe in a vulnerable position at some point in their lives. They like to exploit children or people who are weaker. Maybe you're not as tall. You're of a shorter stature. Then they're going to start targeting you about your appearance and calling you ugly, or maybe you're too fat or you look old. You know, you need to get. I can give you so many examples of all the fucking shit that this asshole would do to me to target my appearance, like mocking me, like saying that, oh, you need to put face cream on and wrinkle cream. And then he would say things like, picking on me about my clothing because I don't, what's the point? Come on. I'm not going out on the town, like, tell me that I needed to get dressed up to go to the grocery store, like I better get really dressed up. In other words, I guess this motherfucker expects whoever he's with, or if he's involved with somebody, that she better look like I don't know, but whatever. This man's a fucking. I have met my share of evil, narcissistic, covert, malignant, demonic, soulless creatures in my life. Yes, a lot of them. So a lot of men like that I've encountered. They have sought me out for one reason or another. They come find me. I don't go looking for them, but they've either contacted me on dating sites or just out in public. They'll approach me sometimes, and that seems to be the history of my life. I have attracted these kinds of predators throughout my life, but I'm telling you, of all the ones that I've known, men, that is to say, that of the men who I've been involved with, and yeah, there have been a few, but this one by far is the meanest, most demonic, manipulative jackasses I've ever known in my life. And here's an example of something else this motherfucker did to gaslight me. He was here the last time I saw him. Like, okay, he's such a. What they try to do is try to make themselves look like heroes in the community wherever they live. They try to act like they donate clothes to charity, or they give food to the, as long as they look good in the community and have that kind of status in the community wherever they live. But it's fake. It's a mask that they're wearing. But they want to make sure that others see them as somebody who's out to do good deeds, which is total fucking bullshit, because behind closed doors there are two-faced narcissists who doesn't give a fuck about anybody but themselves and about their appearance and their status and all that. That's how they really are. But they put on a front to make it seem like, they're totally fake. You'll even notice it, like, this person would tell me, like, before I had him blocked, I'd block him and unblock him because he begged me to unblock him. So when I'd unblock him, he'd call me from his fucking job at Saks Fifth Avenue in the so-called shoe department, if that's really wherever the fuck he worked. If I don't even know if that's really where he worked, if that's really what he did. Maybe he's a fucking security guard or something, but he'd call me, and then all of a sudden, 5 minutes later, I've got to go, there's a client. But I'd hear him talk, hello. He would talk in a completely different voice to his clients, like these women or whoever, completely different from what, completely like completely different person altogether. So that they're fake. They're completely fake when they're around other people. They treat strangers and other much better than they'll ever treat you, because they're always trying to impress people with, by putting on this fake act. Okay, they're fake actors, and they're bad actors at that, but they're just always trying to impress people with status and money and they're very materialistic and superficial, and that's about all there is to them. They don't have much of a core soul. It's all about appearance, about body, about what fucking size clothes you wear, about your makeup, about your hair. It's like, what are you, a fucking faggot? You know, I guess you're a and no offense, but you act like a fucking faggot, you know, like a gay, queer, asshole faggot who's only picking on women because you hate women, because you're on the down low, misogynistic, faggot, bisexual. That's the only thing I can conclude, or there's something seriously wrong with these kinds of people. But this man would be so fucking mean to me as far as like making fun of my appearance. Horrible shit. Horrible stuff that he would do to me. Horrible. And it subtle but really blatant stuff. Another time because his mother has garage sales a lot, or every so often. And so the last time I gave him some clothes that I was like, okay, well, I have some stuff I can, you know, and I asked him, do you want it? Oh, yeah, anything you want. And what's in that barn? What's in that red barn? Anytime you start to, oh, yeah, they'll take anything from you. Oh, yeah, give me whatever. Yeah, of course. So I gave him some stuff, and I was going to either donate it to the Goodwill, whatever, get rid of it, or throw it away or whatever. So I gave it to him, because his mother was having a garage sale, or with some other, whatever, some other women, some fucking garage sale. I don't know. I've never met his mother. He never once invited me to his house. He's a fucking asshole. You know, he'd come over to my house all the fucking time, acting like he owned the house, but never once did he invite me to his house. I wonder why that is, and it's a good thing he didn't, because I don't even want to know his family. I have no desire whatsoever to have anything to do with this man again. I'm just documenting this stuff because now that it's over, thank God, I can breathe and go on with my life and be left alone by this jackass, fake liar. But, and another thing is, whenever you talk about the abuse that you've endured, whenever you speak openly about narcissistic abuse, then you get labeled as being a narcissist. No, I'm not a narcissist. I am talking about what happened to me from my experience. I am not somebody who's a narcissist. I know that I'm not. But these people try to portray me as being the evil psycho. No, I'm not. That's not who I am. But you get these people come into your life to totally fuck up your existence, your health, your everything, because they are trying to destroy you, and they're just that way. They're evil. I've seen evil, but you know, this is some real. They cause brain damage. They cause you so much fucking trauma and brain damage that you never really recover. You're always gonna have to remember these motherfuckers for the damage they do. You'll move on. You'll get better. You'll heal, but you're still, every time you get triggered, you're gonna be permanently traumatized by the fucking damage that they do to you. And this is a fact, because I have spoken with other victims of this. I've read about it. I've experienced it. And that's all they want to do, is go into your life, ruin you, kill you if they can, have you killed or die, and so they can get your fucking money. Because if you be lucky that you're not married to one of these shit fucks, or that you don't have some kind of a business with them, because you know that they just want your fucking money. They're going to try to kill you to get life insurance money. They probably take a fucking life insurance policy out on you if you're not careful. So I would be really, really careful about who you allow into your house. Don't start a business with anybody, because they want to financially control you. It's about control with these people. It's all about power and control, and that's what they feed off of. It's not about you. They don't give a fuck about you as a person. You're who you are, your integrity, your personality, your creativity, your soul, your emotions. No, all they care about is coming into your life to sabotage your life, your health, your finances, and anything they can get their fucking grubby, dirty fucking hands on is what they're going to destroy you, because they have a hatred towards you for whatever reason. In my case, this motherfucker, and I call him that because he's an asshole, hates me because of my culture, because of my ethnicity. And he even admitted that he hates white women. He hates white women, Caucasians, but at the same time, he wants to domineer, wants to come into their life and fuck them up and have sex with them and treat them like sex objects but he hates them. He hates them, but at the same time, he lusts over the female white Caucasians. I think he has a hatred towards blonde women, or there's something, he's got some kind of a fetish that he wants to destroy white Caucasian females who are blonde or lighter skinned, or maybe white women. He hates them, but he's gonna put on an act like he likes you. But somebody in his past, who must have been some Caucasian woman, did some damage to him. So now he was taking all that shit out on me, dumping all his fucking dirty laundry onto me for the past 2 fucking years. I was having to be his therapist, his sex therapist, every fucking thing. This motherfucker was just, just talking nonstop. A pervert and a predator. A pervert and a predator who hates, I can guarantee you, because I could see through his lies. He was just with me for an opportunity to elevate himself, to steal my fucking resources and destroy me. And I could tell right from the beginning that that's what he was after. Because there's nothing in common. I didn't have one fucking thing in common with this asshole. Not a goddamn thing. Nothing. We're total fucking opposites. Total 100% opposites. And he was such such a fucking inconsiderate jerk. And, yeah, thank God that I was able to final fucking discard this asshole. Except he's still calling me and bothering me, leaving me these stupid messages to get even, to try to get revenge on me. Like, I'll play some of the messages to show you what he's doing. And I've ignored him. I just ignore him. I will never unblock him again. I will never see him again. I hope to never see him again. And I don't want to have anything to do with him. But so I gave him, back to that garage sale thing, so I gave him some stuff to give to his mother. And then thank you. And then what they want to do is triangulate you with anybody in their family. Like with me, he was always trying to triangulate me with his niece or other women in his family because he's a fucking ass kisser. The women probably treat him like a god. And so he would try to get me jealous. He was always trying to get me jealous of other women, including women in his family, which was so stupid. So he's like, oh, well, there was a really pretty, because all he cares about is money and things and material things. And that was obvious. He let me know that really way up front, that I don't mean anything, that it's about what I have that he can get a hold of so that he can, that's all he cared about. And that's exactly what he was doing. So I gave him some stuff, and some of the things were really nice clothes. Nice stuff. And one of them was something that accidentally got into the bag, actually. I didn't know it was in there, but it was a sweater, this little crochet thing that my mother gave me a long time ago that looks vintage. I think it's like a design. I think it may have been a Donna Karan or something that she got a long time ago that she gave it to me. I don't know, it's something, I believe it's some kind of name brand, something like that. But anyway, it was accidentally in the bag of stuff that I gave him. I didn't realize it was in there. And it used to be like a white, and I dyed it a green, like a mint green color. I gave that to him, and he's like, oh, well, my mother loved that Bonita crochet sweater, and she's gonna give it to my niece, Anissa, who's in Chicago. It's like, okay, cool. But it's like he's like, oh, she's such a tiny, she's like a size 0. She's even smaller than you. And it's like, why are you fucking telling me all this shit? It's like he's obsessed with size and clothing, always trying to make me feel fat, okay? Making fun of me because I go to the gym. He's obviously fucking envious of me. It's like, why don't you go get a fucking wig, asshole, or wear a toupee, or you go to the fucking gym, asshole, because he thinks he's so much better. He thinks he's perfect, but he was constantly criticizing me about my body, about what I eat, about my weight, asking me how much it's none of your fucking business, shit fuck. Fuck you, asshole, just constantly criticizing me about my appearance, my hair, my body, my makeup, my clothing, my every fucking thing about me. Everything. Yet here he is, Mr. I'm better than you, Mr. Machista, womanizing, fucking asshole who, I can't, everybody worships me. I work at Saks Fifth Avenue, and I have all these women after me, and I can have anything I want. Like a little fucking spoiled brat is what he acts like. And thank God that I was able to see through his bullshit before this motherfucker probably would fucking kill me. Probably so. Because that's how these people are. You cannot trust them because they're so fucking evil. It's horrible abuse, horrible psychological abuse that they do, horrible gaslighting. And that kind of shit causes so much damage to a person in the law. If you stay with these people for too long, you will fucking get ruined. You will find yourself like so confused about your identity, about your everything, because they want you to lose your personality, your hopes, your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, your creativity, everything. Everything. They act like they're entitled to you and everything. It's disgusting behavior, and it's really creepy. It's really creepy because you know that they're lying to you. You know that they've been cheating. If they say that they haven't been with anyone else, that's a fucking lie. Because narcissistic men, sex predators that lust, the spirit of lust, whatever that's called, that's what they have. They cannot be with one person. They're always looking for someone new, more exciting, because they're into all this fucking weird shit, kinky sex and orgies and crap like that, porno, because they can't just be in the moment with somebody. They don't know how to care about someone genuinely. They don't know how to truly show love or anything because they lack those abilities, but they just talk their way into your fucking bedroom so that you can do something to make them happy or whatever. And it's a disgusting feeling that they leave you feeling so fucking disgusted and violated. Thank God I did not have full on, they try to push you into having intercourse when you don't want to, and something's off and you don't want to with that person because there's some kind of demon that they're infected with. And I wouldn't be surprised, like something kept telling me in my mind that this guy's dangerous. He's a predator. He might be a pedophile. There's something really wrong here. And I'd get these big warnings, like literally, like I just couldn't do. Like, I was like, no, I can't. And I'd say, why don't you go if you're pushing me, he'd say things like, I want to come inside of you, or I want to ejaculate. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to do that with you right now. I don't feel ready to do that, and I don't trust you because I think that there's something wrong. I said, why don't you go get an STD test? Show me that you don't have any kind of STDs. Show me on paper or that you don't have HIV or something, because I kept thinking that this guy, something's wrong with him. He's got some kind of gonorrhea, syphilis, or something. I don't know, but there's something weird that I just felt like he had. Like, that's what I've got the vibe that since he's on the down low, since he's been involved with men, since he's bisexual, a closet gay or closet bisexual, I was like, there's got to be something that he's hiding. Because I believe in my soul that this man is really angry because he might have some kind of something that he wants to spread to me or something. And I was like, there's something wrong. And thank God I know that I don't have HIV because I've been tested for it. I don't have HIV. As a matter of fact, 2 times I've tested for that just to make sure. And I don't have HIV. And I would never in a million years want to spread HIV to anybody. God forbid, or any kind of STD, because that's just wrong. That's wrong. Okay, I have urinary issues, but I don't have any STDs, and I would never ever want to give any person an STD if I knew that I had one. But that's what some of I don't know for sure, but that's the kind of feeling that I got from this predator. Is that there's something wrong, that he's angry at women, he hates women, something kept telling me that no, this guy is dangerous, and that he might have something like that he's going to try to pass on to me, and then I'll be stuck with something like that and have to go through all that torment of just knowing, some kind of, because they push you into doing things you don't want to do. You'll find, it's like this guy was such a fucking pervert, like such a pervert, like honestly, like so weird, it's disgusting the way they behave in the bedroom. It's so fucking gross. You're so turned off by what they try to do and how they behave and what they expect you to do that it's like, I can't believe, and he give me all these nasty fucking kinky stupid fucking lingerie that I was like, I don't want that shit. I'm not gonna wear that. He expected me to like parade around in fucking lingerie for him. It's like, I'm not a whore, asshole, but obviously you're a whore, you're a male whore and you're addicted to prostitutes. Go find a fucking whore, jackass. Because he treated me like a fucking whore. Horrible. That's how he made me feel, like a dirty whore. And I was starting to feel so low on my self-esteem. Like, literally, like, this is not who I am. I've never been like that. And I refuse to let somebody disrespect me like that. I refuse. But if that's how he treated me most of the time, I can imagine how he treats other... I don't even want to know, but I can imagine that he's probably treated other women poorly and that he's addicted to women who have no self-respect and women who are prostitutes or call girls or whatever the fuck it is that they get paid to do. I have a feeling that that's... A lot of these narcissistic men, they gravitate towards that because they don't have to worry about any kind of... they don't know how to build a real connection with anybody. They're not interested in that. They're just interested. They have that lust. All they care about is that. And that is something that no matter... You can't expect a real relationship with people like that because they're always going to be lusting for something different and something exciting, new, younger, prettier, sexier, because that's all they care about. It's really disgusting and sad, but that's the truth. They don't see anybody. They see you as just an object. And I was treated like a fucking sex object by this, like literally like I was just an object. And it was horrible, horribly degrading, and it does a lot of damage to your mental psyche over time if you keep on letting these motherfuckers abuse you. And it is abuse. It's sexual abuse. And they know what they're doing. They're doing it on purpose to mess with you, to make you feel guilty, dirty, ashamed, like you're useless. Because he would tell me all these things, that I was useless, that I was ugly, that I was picking on me all the fucking time. Constantly. Horrible. Horrible. But I have my self-esteem, believe it or not. I still got up every fucking day and do what I do. No matter how hard they try to ruin you, I still have enough belief in myself, despite the shit that they do to you. And another comment that he made that was just so fucking out of line. He's talking about, oh yeah, my friend, at first he said he travels all over. He worked for United Airlines, and he'll send me pictures from Peru, or look what I'm doing here, or look what I'm doing there. And then he slipped and he said she. So I'm like, oh, so is it a girl or a man that you're fucking talking about? Your good friend that you're always texting or whatever on Facebook or whatever the fuck it is. And I think it's a woman, but he said it was a man, so he lied about that. But he's like, oh yeah, and she lives in Playa del Carmen. I'm gonna retire in Mexico. Do you want to go with me? Oh, but they have signs all over that say no gringos allowed. No gringos allowed in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. But do you want to go with me when I retire? I'm like, what the fuck, asshole? That's an example of severe gaslighting. Oh, no gringos allowed, but I'm a arrogant Mexican Chicano, and I'm going to go retire in Playa del Carmen and fornicate my way and fuck and fuck women all day and men and drink and fucking party because I'm an asshole. But no gringos allowed, but you want to go with me? What the fuck was that about? I mean, basically, what a jerk. I mean, they will say the weirdest shit to you, like just so much crap that they talk. It's all lies. And another thing, he's just a liar. Like everything out of the motherfucker's mouth is a lie. He's a fucking con man. Married to a fucking Connie. Married to somebody named Connie. He's a fucking con artist bitch herself, I'm sure. Married to her still. Came up with all these... He's just... Oh my God, these people. They just lie about everything, about who they are, if they're still married or not. Everything is a lie. Everything. Everything. And it's like, I can't believe I kept letting this motherfucker manipulate his way into my life, into my house, into my bedroom. Horrible. Horrible. And it's just disgusting. It's like they're so toxic, ill-educated, ill-mannered, just toxic people. And yeah, so I believe I've got my assumptions about this person. I don't know. I do know that I did do some research. I found out that he had a DWI, that he had been charged with a DWI back when he was in his 20s, I think, early, like maybe at some point in his 20s, he did get a DWI. I know that much. So I believe he's got an alcohol substance abuse problem, and I believe he's also has cocaine issues or drug issues that he tries to hide about that. But he's got a lot of fucking issues that he was projecting onto me and abusing me, acting like it was my fault or that I'm supposed to fix him. And it's just like, these people are just not worth your... The Bible does warn about these kinds of people, and you have the right to tell them no and to stay away from them whenever they come into your life to try to destroy you. The best thing is to really just... if you have to keep on changing your number, but don't answer the door if they come around, go to the police, file a police report, call the domestic violence abuse hotline, do a report, get a restraining order. Do what you have to do, because they don't change, and when they do keep coming back to hoover you or do this crap, it's only to cause more damage. It's called a heat check. That's what they do. They're not coming back to see because they care about you. No, it's because they want to see how you've progressed, if you've gotten any better. And just ignore them. Just ignore the fucking assholes. They don't deserve to know where you are, what you're doing, who you're with, anything. They don't deserve to know anything about you. They don't.